Thank you so much. So it's my great honor today to have all of you in this event. So first of all, I want to thank Utah Valley University. As an office of Utah Valley University and the local community, you are here. Thanks to all of you who joined the program locally and globally. I also thank to all the media persons here and across the border who are featured in this event. Thank to all the student organizations, faculties, friends, and relatives, and this community who inspire and motivate us directly and indirectly. I also want to thank my family who inspire and motivate me all the time. So today, I want to share a brief history of the event. It's called International Mother Language Day. We all know the present nations of Pakistan and Bangladesh were part of undivided India during British colonial rule. Before the liberation era in 1971, Pakistan has two parts. One is East Pakistan, another is West Pakistan. After 9 months of war and sacrificing millions of lives, East Pakistan became a new country named Bangladesh. And I am from that country named Bangladesh. On February 21st, the same month of today is like 1952, dozens of students and political activists were killed when Pakistani police force opened fire on Bengali protesters who were demanding equal status of their native tongue, Bengali. The massacre occurred near Dhaka Medical College and Ramona Park in Dhaka, Bangladesh. The makeshift monument was erected in February 23rd, the same day in 1952, by students of University of Dhaka and other educational institutes, but soon demolished on February 26th by Pakistani police force. The language monument gained momentum, and after a long struggle, Bengali became equal rights with Urdu. After a long time, on November 17, 1999, UNESCO first introduced or announced this day. From 2000, they're celebrating this day as the International Mother Language Day. I have a personal connection with this event. I organize this event every year since 2016. And because of your all support, we can make it happen again in 2022. So now I want to just play a video that can give you more introduction of the history of this day. thank you so much for your time. So now I want to request all of you to stand up and be silent for 30 seconds to show the respect of the people who sacrificed their life in 1952. And I'll count the time, and when it's done, I'll let you know. Time is up. Thank you so much. So next, to respect the sacrifice, the Shohid Minar was designed, this is called Shohid Minar. It's designed and built by Hamidur Rahman, a Bangladeshi sculptor in collaboration with Nober Ahmed. At present, all the nationals, all the cultural people celebrate February 21st as a center for this Shohid Minar. And if you look at this Shohid Minar, the enormous design is circular column to symbolize the mom. So the middle is the mom with her fallen sons standing on the monument in the central dais and red sun shining behind. So this is the main idea of this monument. And we just make a miniature of this monument in Utah Valley. And we are celebrating this event every year and try to remember their sacrifice. And we are like having our language because we have mother tongue, and we know how blessed we are after their sacrifice. Now I want to request some volunteers to come on the stage, and there's a flower in the left hand side. Whoever want to come, please take one flower and come to the stage and give it to those flowers to convey the love and sacrifice and respect to them. Please, I need like a 12 volunteers. There's 12 flowers there. So please come to the stage and put on the middle stand or middle part of the monument, and to show the love and respect who sacrificed their life. Thank you so much. I think that's all I have about the history and the introduction of the event. Now I want to invite our keynote speaker, President Domenech, to come on the stage and tell few words to address the audience about the importance of diversity and inclusion. President Domenech.
Thank you, Professor Sayal. Good evening, everyone. How are you?
We are fine, thank you. How are you?
Welcome, Wolverines, faculty, staff, students. Special welcome to Mayor Carla Hill of Alpine. Where are you, Mayor?
She's here.
Oh, okay. And Senator Daniel Thatcher as well. Thank you for being here. And also, I know that there are some students here who are involved in UVUSA elections, so thank you for being here as well. And Professor Sayal, thank you for organizing this. I think what we just saw is rather sobering, but very common. I think it's common around the world that people's identities, language, ethnicity, this become big issues for conflict, for fear, for feeling threatened, for shooting at other people. I grew up in the Philippines, and the Philippines has maybe roughly 80 languages and dialects, and I grew up in the central part of the Philippines. My first language is Ilonggo, Maayong gabi sa inyo tanan. Good evening to all of you in Ilonggo. And when I moved to Manila, the capital, when I was 14 years old, I sounded like a provincial. I was from the boondocks because, you know, I spoke Tagalog, the national language, with an accent. So growing up, I knew I had this sense of, you know, language. The Philippines is a Muslim minority in the South. I worked with them for about 4 years, and that's a minority that's been severely and deeply persecuted for many, many years, really since the time of Spanish occupation of the Philippines. And so sadly, I think it's a reality for me, at least on a personal level. Tonight we're celebrating Mother Language Day, but I am pointing out that there's that sad part that is there, and it's a reality. And I think we simply all should be aware of it. We should study it, including in the United States, what the history here is, what minorities have been, you know, left out or abused or not included, because I do think that we are missing out on the wealth and richness of what it means to be human, what it means to be human. So that's a sort of personal set of comments for me. Then secondly, I mean, I am so proud that we are doing something like this at UVU tonight. Part of the reason I applied for the job as president of this university was when I saw on the website that UVU had a focus on diversity and inclusion. And much as that concept has been politicized, I really actually believe it's a very practical concept. You know, if you don't use all your human talent, you're not gonna be as successful as you can be. And when I looked at the UVU website, I was then living in Singapore, I was so impressed that diversity included ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status. There's a difference between rich and poor people, rural, urban, first generation, if none of your family has ever gone to university. There are these differences, and I was so impressed before I became president that UVU had such an expansive definition, even of intelligence. The university I saw had a center for autism, and you know, people are different, and yet what can we do to educate and harness the talent and empower all types of people? So I'm very proud of UVU, and I think this event tonight is in that spirit of broad appreciation for diversity and inclusion. The last thing that I want to say is, you know, I have a colleague, Kyle Reyes, the Vice President of Student Affairs, who always likes to say, both and, both and. I am Filipino and a woman, but I hate it when people narrow me down to being Filipino woman. I hate it. They've narrowed me, they've pegged me, they've pinned me on the wall, and therefore I have to behave as a certain way that they perceive a Filipino woman should behave. So, and in New York, a lot of Filipino women are nannies. And so when I was living in New York City for 14 years, you know, all these incidents that I would characterize as racist, that's what people pegged me. So the both end is I am Filipino and a woman, and I am an American, and I am Christian, and I'm Buddhist, and I'm a global citizen, and that makes all of me. And I think that is the same way that I feel would enrich all of us if we say both and. People are not one thing, just like flowers are not one thing, insects are not one thing, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, we humans are many, many things. And I hope that we embrace the both and, that we look at diversity deeply and celebrate it and appreciate it, and then try to love one another, see one another for who we are. Our first value at UVU is exceptional care. That is where that comes in. Thank you to everyone in the program. I see that this is extremely rich, but I regret that I cannot be here for the whole program because this is only the beginning of my evening with a few other things waiting to be done. But again, thank you. Professor Sayal, thank you again. And when we learn of the Bangladesh student story and International Mother Day, let us remember that difference is something to be celebrated, and compassion for one another is how we make this world a better place, how we make UVU and how we make Utah, you know, places that people can look at and say, we belong there and we can flourish there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can sit.
Ayat eş Ariana Tapahian şe Hanalahni nişle Kachini Bashichin Kisachini Dashiche Dotwitachini Dashanele. Utah Valley University acknowledges that we are gathered on land sacred to all indigenous people who came before us in this vast crossroads region. The university is committed to working in partnership through education and community activities with Utah Native nations comprising the San Juan Southern Paiute Indian Tribe of Utah, Unita and Ure Nations of the Northern Ute, Skull Valley Goshute, Confederation Tribes of the Goshute Reservation, Northwestern Band of Shoshone Nation, Hopi Tribe, the Navajo Nation, Utah Mountain Ute, White Mesa Community, and urban Indian communities. We recognize these Native nations and their continued connections with traditional homelands, mountains, rivers, and lakes, as well as their sovereign relationships with the state and federal governments. We honor these collective memories and continue physical and spiritual presence. We reverence their resilience and example in preserving their connections to the Creator and to all their relations, now and in the future. So this dance that we'll be doing is the Navajo basket dance, and this dance represents harmony and beauty. We will be doing a lot of like 4 direction areas, and each of those directions represent an important place to us. So I hope you enjoy this dance. Shahad.
teacher of Utah Community Action who is originally from Bangladesh. She will sing Amar Vayer Rote Rangaru Ekushe February song. So now I want to invite Linda Gonçalves to come on the stage and perform this song. Good evening to everybody. Wish you all an International Mother Language Day. The precious blood of millions of Bengalis have given their freedom to speak in sweet language, Bangla. I'm proud to be a Bengali. I speak Bangla and I love Bangladesh. Thank you.
Before I begin my poem, my performance, I want to give you a brief introduction. The story is based on the past, like she said, of a French priest called Abbé de la Paix. He lived in Paris, France, in the 1700s. There was a deaf school there, but back in that time, deaf education had not really been established by that point. And the deaf community had not been recognized. So in the 1700s, Abbé de la Paix is a very important person because he recognized the deaf community and recognized deaf language. So when he recognized these two deaf sisters and recognized their language, he asked them to teach them their language. And this is when
Muy buenas noches, respetable público. Good evening, dear audience. Tonight we're pleased to present to you a very iconic dance of the state of Jalisco, Mexico. The name Jalisco comes from the language Nahuatl, Jalisco, that means on the sand. The Jalisco region is known for its jarabes and sones, which are popular and spontaneous melodies that people sing and dance to. Those melodies are the result of the fusion of Spanish and indigenous music styles and cultures. El Son de la Negra is a traditional song from the south of Jalisco and has become one of the Mexico's most popular melodies. And it talks about a beautiful black woman and how a man begs her to stay with him. Con ustedes, El Son de la Negra.
To a quick story. I was asked by a refugee group to come and talk to them about the political process and how to get involved. And I love talking about how to get more people involved. It's very important to me. And so I was probably 3 or 4 minutes into the presentation talking about the intricacies of how to follow bills, how to engage up at the Capitol, how to form groups. And finally, the woman who organized it stopped me and said, Senator Thatcher, I thought maybe that you would talk about the importance of registering to vote. And I want to tell you why that hit me so hard. I grew up in Utah. I registered to vote when I was 18. It never occurred to me that maybe other people didn't. And I didn't realize until she told me how few people do outreach to our communities, to communities of color, to our different communities, our different religions, our different... It never occurred to me that part of the reason that we don't see more representation is because no one told them that they belong, that no one told them that they were welcome. So I want to tell you, you belong, you are welcome, but also we need you. Without you participating, without you knowing who your legislators are, I promise if you don't know who your legislators are, then they don't know who you are. And if they don't know who you are, we don't know what you need. So if you will take a moment, first off, make sure you're registered to vote. Okay? That's the most important thing. If you take nothing else away from what I have to say, take this. Register to vote. Get involved. Now, if you can remember a second thing, it's this. Find out who represents you. Make sure you know their name, because then you can reach out to them and make sure they know yours. If I know who you are, and I know that you live in my neighborhood, I am much more likely to listen to you. And when you bring me a problem and ask for help, that's the only way that I'm going to know what's happening in your community, is if you tell me. So, like I say, this is something I could talk about for days. So if any of you want help learning how to reach out, if any of you want help, then maybe we could set up another longer conversation, and I would be more than happy to come and talk about how to get involved in your community, how to run for office. Running for office, the registration opens on Monday. So if you have ever thought about running for office, you basically have like 5 days to decide if you want to run this time. But if not, talk to me after. Maybe we can talk about.
music, right? Now I want to invite the Asian American group from Cultural Envoy Leadership Program to come on the stage and perform the very traditional dance, Asian American group.
大家好，欢迎你们来观看犹太谷大学的母语文艺晚会。我叫冉丽。
不要做路中，走入阵风，南拳和北推，少林武当功，太极八卦连环掌，中华有神功，棍扫一大片，那个千条一条线，士气好似云中雁，豪气冲云天，外练筋骨皮，那个内练一口气，刚柔并济不低头，我们心中有天地。我是一张弓，战是一棵松，不动不要做路中，走入阵风。南拳和北推，少林武当功，太极八卦连环掌，中华有神功。吹风剑在手，那个双刀就看走。行家功夫一出手，他就知道有没有。手是两扇门，脚下是一条根，四方水土养育了我们中华武术魂。
গুড ইভিনিং। আমার কাছে রবীন্দ্রনাথ মানে 25শে বৈশাখের আনন্দ উৎসব নয়, 22শে শ্রাবণের ব্যথা নয়, জোড়াসাঁকো ঠাকুর বাড়ি কিংবা বোলপুরে বিশ্বভারতী আমি কোথাও তাকে তেমন করে পাই না, যেমন পাই আমার মায়ের গলায় নিজের মনে গিয়ে যাওয়া রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীত। আমার কাছে রবীন্দ্রনাথ মানে এই সব। আমার কাছে রবীন্দ্রনাথ মানে 25শে বৈশাখের আনন্দ উৎসব নয়, 22শে শ্রাবণে ব্যথা নয়, জোড়াসাঁকো ঠাকুর বাড়ি কিংবা বিল। আমার মা কখনো গান শেখেনি, কেন শেখেনি এমন গলা? মা বলে রবি ঠাকুরের গান তো তানের নয়, সে তো প্রাণে। আসলে তার মুখেই এমন কথা মানায়, আর শেখার দরকার কি, এ কথা বলেন আমার বাবা। মা যখন কল ঘরে তার পানের গান গাইতে থাকেন, তখন জলের ঝিরিঝিরি শব্দগুলো যেন সহস্র বীণা হয়ে গানের কথাগুলোকে সুরের সঙ্গে একাকার করে দিয়ে আমার শরীরে ঢুকে যায়। আমি বুঝতে পারি এখন আমার রক্ষে নেই, এখন আমি কিছুই করতে পারবো না, শুধুই শুনে যাওয়া ছাড়া। তাই মা স্নান ঘরে দরজা বন্ধ করলে আমি তখন বাইরে থেকে কান পাতি। আমি কিন্তু সব শব্দের অর্থ বুঝি না। সেদিন মা গাইছিলেন, যা হারিয়ে যায় তাকলে বসে রইব কত আর পারি না রাত জাগতে, হে নাথ ভাবতেই অনিবার। এই অনিবার শব্দের অর্থে এসে আমি হোঁচট খেয়েছিলাম, আর আমার মারও বোধহয় সবগুলো কথা না জানা থাকায় ঘুরে ফিরে ওই দুটো লাইনই গাইছিলেন। ফলে অর্থ না বুঝতে পারার যন্ত্রণায় আমি ছটফট করছিলাম। মাকে জিজ্ঞেস করতেই মা বললেন, এবার তোমার 6 হলো, সব শব্দের অর্থ জানতে চাইবে না, নিজে নিজে আবিষ্কার করো, ভাবো, আরও ভাবো। আমি ভাবতেই থাকি, আমি ভাবতেই থাকি, কুল কিনারা পাই না। মা বলল, সত্যি তুমি ভাবছো? একটু না থেমে বলি, সত্যি মা ভাবছি নন স্টপ। মা বলল, নন স্টপ ভাবতে পারছো, আর ভাবতেই অনিবার এত কঠিন হলো বোঝার পক্ষে? আসলে স্কুলে আমরা উঁচু ক্লাসে এসে বাংলা পড়তে শুরু করি, তাই শক্ত কথায় এসে বারবার মুখ থুবড়ে পড়তে হয়। কিন্তু রবীন্দ্রনাথ আর আমার মায়ের গান, আমার মায়ের গান আর রবীন্দ্রনাথ, এ দুয়ে মিলে আমার স্টকে এখন অনেক বাংলা শব্দ। সেই অর্থে রবীন্দ্রনাথ কিন্তু আমার মাস্টার মশাই, এমনকি আমার ডিকশনারিও। আমার মার খুব প্রিয় একটা গান, কাদালে তুমি মোরে ভালোবাসারই ঘায়ে, নিবিড় বেদনাতে পুলক লাগে গায়ে। 2-1 দিন পর পরই মার মুখে গানটা শুনতে শুনতে এই গানটা আমার এমন আপনার হয়ে গেছে, এর যে আলাদা কোনো মানে থাকতে পারে তাই আমার মাথায় আসেনি কখনো। মায়ের কাছেও জানতে চাইনি। কিন্তু সেদিন বিকেল হতে না হতেই অন্ধকার ঘনিয়ে এলো। আমাদের এই প্রতি বাগানের কচি কচি ঘাসগুলো ভেজা ভেজা বাতাসে উথাল পাথাল হতে থাকলো। আমার হঠাৎই মনে হলো, নিবিড় বেদনাতে পুলক লাগে গায়ে, এই কলিটি। হঠাৎ মনে হলো, প্রচণ্ড ঝড়ো বাতাসে এই গাছগুলো তো এখনই ছিঁড়ে ছুটে যাবে, তবু যেন ওরা দারুণ আনন্দে আছে। সেই প্রথম বুঝলাম কান্নার সঙ্গে ভালোবাসার একটা গভীর সম্পর্ক আছে। দুঃখের সঙ্গে যেমন আনন্দের, গাছেদের ভালো লাগা, চারপাশে প্রাকৃতিক উল্লাস, আর আমার বুঝতে পারার ভালো লাগায় আমি কতক্ষণ বুঁদ হয়ে জানলার পাশে দাঁড়িয়েছিলাম জানি না। বুঝলাম কেন পরাণে বাজে বাঁশি, আর কেনই বা নয়নে বহে ধারা। আরও বুঝলাম দুঃখের মাধুরী মানে ভালো লাগা দুঃখ। আরও বুঝলাম সব কেড়ে নিয়ে কেউ কিছুতেই ছাড়ে না, আবার যার কেড়ে নেওয়া হলো তার মনও সরে না যেতে। দরজার ছিটকিনি খুলে বাগানে নামতেই গাছেদের মতো অবস্থা হলো আমার। সকলে নেবে কেড়ে, দেবে না তবু ছেড়ে, মন সরে না যেতে, ফেরিলি একই দায়ী। ভিজতে ভিজতে বুঝতে পারলাম এই কথার আসল মানেটুকু। ঝড়ো ঝড়ো বৃষ্টি অবিরাম ধারায় ভিজতে ভিজতে আমি মার মতোই খোলা গলা গাইতে লাগলাম, কাদালে তুমি মোরে ভালোবাসারই ঘায়ে। জানলায় চোখ পড়তেই দেখি মা আমার মতো করে আমার গান শুনছে। চোখাচোখি হতেই বলল, ঢের হয়েছে, উঠে এসো এবার।
That was an incredible recitation. Kala was born in Seoul, Korea, and moved to the US when she was 7. Raised in Southern California and moved to Utah for school and decided to stay because of her love of the outdoors. Graduated with a bachelor's degree in management information and systems and worked for Novel in their education department writing the certification test, and then worked for Intel as a business department manager for their human factors group. Since deciding to stay home as a full-time mom of 3, she has volunteered in the community and schools and is currently the mayor of Alpine City. Now I want to invite Major Carla Murrill to come on the stage to address the audience.
It's international mother language, I would say. 안녕하십니까? 이렇게 말들이 들을 수 있도록 감사드립니다. My name is Carla Merrill, and I'm the mayor of Alpine City, which is on the north end of Utah County. And I'd like to thank Saeed to invite me to talk here. He asked me to talk about diversity and inclusion. Diversity, we're all diverse, right? It's not just, I think in the days it was always about race, but it's not only about ethnicity, but as President Jimenez mentioned, it's more than that. It goes beyond that. It goes into our religious affiliation, our sexual preferences, our socioeconomic class. It's so much more than what it is. Diversity is us as individuals, and it's what makes us unique. And I remember always hearing about, it's a scientific fact that snowflakes are unique. There's no two snowflakes that are exactly alike. And do you know why they're so unique? It's when snowflakes are created, when they start from the skies, depending on what the atmosphere, which cloud layer they go through, what the moisture content and temperature, that journey that they make from the skies coming down to Earth, that's what creates those crystallines, and it makes them unique. And every single snowflake is unique. And just like snowflakes, we're unique. And it's the journey here, the journey that we've been through, our experiences that make us all unique. Whether what our race, age, whatever it may be, we're all unique. There's no two of us that are alike. Even twins, when they say that, genetically they're the same, I know a lot of you guys, I know several identical twin sets where you can tell them apart. We're all unique. And so for us, I'd like to also go on and talk about inclusion, how inclusion is accepting people for who they are, for their uniqueness and accepting it. And I'd like to share a story of, my friend is an elementary school teacher up in Alpine, and she was telling me the story. She teaches 4th grade, and as a reward, they would go and play dodgeball, which is a ball game in the gym. And she said it got to the point when they would go there, the kids would get they would just trash talk, right? And they would go, oh, you're going down, we're gonna beat you, we're gonna win. And she didn't like that. She's like, you know what, you guys, we're all in the same class. You guys should be supporting each other. If people are mean to somebody, you should be like, no, that's my schoolmate. You should be uplifting each other. And so after she kind of, gives them this pep talk, they're separating for the teams, and this one little boy comes up and goes, and she was really worried what he was gonna say, and he comes up and he goes, you're gonna go up. So to be inclusive and encouraging, and I think some of the things that we need to remember is that because we're different, there might be roadblocks. But just because there's a roadblock, it doesn't mean that it has to stop you. It might slow you down, but you can keep going. The first time I ran for city council, I didn't make it. I actually had somebody who I really trusted said, you know what? You shouldn't put your picture on the mailers because Alpine is a homogeneous community, which it is. It's like, I don't know that they like that you're a female and that you're a minority. And I didn't do it. But the next time I ran again in 2 years, and I decided, you know what? This is who I am. I can't hide that I'm female. I can't hide that I'm Asian. This is who I am. So I splashed a picture of my family and sent out the mailers, and I made it. I think we need to be true to who we are. And I love people that have kind of bucked the system. This last time I was up at Snowbird, I love to ski, and there was an art exhibit by a gentleman named White, and ironically, he is an African-American artist. And he got introduced to skiing late in life. He grew up in Bronx, New York, and in his mid-30s, he got introduced to skiing and loved the sport. And as an artist, he's like, I want to highlight people of color skiing. And he tried to get sponsorships from various skiing manufacturers. And their response was, Black people don't ski. And they didn't participate. But he didn't let that stop him, he kept going. And now his exhibit is touring all over the nation and highlighting people of color and their passion for skiing. So I would hope that we as a society would keep going and embrace the uniqueness that we all have, the diversity and what makes us like a snowflake and unique. And that we can all be inclusive of people that are different than us. And that we can be encouraging like the fourth grader and always remember. And to encourage people, embrace the snowflake in you and know that you guys are all going up.
Say with me. Yorana! There we go. Hi guys, my name is Jared Tamatoa Munanui and I'm part of the Pacific Islander section that's part of Cultural Envoy. And tonight we're going to perform a dance from the island of Tahiti called an otea. An otea is usually represents the daily aspects of life back in the islands. And it also has become a way for people like myself to connect with our roots and really appreciate our ancestry. I hope you guys enjoy our performance. Thank you for coming out and maruru.
This rainbow of art. Now I want to invite Soha to come on the stage and play the piano.
어찌 하라 했다 하잖아. 응? 어찌 하라 했다 하잖아.
community of parents from Guatemala teaching the children their mother tongue, Maya Quiche. Maya Quiche is an indigenous language from Guatemala spoken by over 1 million of people. There are over 100 Maya Quiche speakers in Utah. They want the children to feel connected to the cultural heritage and communicate with family and friends in Maya Quiche. They meet weekly to teach language and culture to their children. They want to sing 2 songs. The first song is Ki Kotemal Pa Vanima, which is a welcome song we sing when they get together. It recognizes everyone and communicates happiness they feel when they are together. The second song is Itak Chika, which is a song about animals, where they live and what they do. Now I want to invite Malcolm Boto, a parent of Guatemala, to come on the stage and sing those songs.
We're grateful for the invitation. We're a few families that want to teach our children Quiche, Maya Quiche from Guatemala. I'm the only one not from Guatemala. But we're grateful for the invitation to represent the Maya Quiche language in this UNESCO declared these next 10 years the decade of indigenous languages, and we're happy to represent that today.
Khasabi Lenobi al-Melani
Wilu watermelani, in wilu watermelani, ikote wakawani, markawila white.
Khasabi
Nobili.
Wilu watermelani, in wilu watermelani, ikote wakawani, markawila white.
Lenobi in crystal. Wilu wacha crystal, que wilu wacha crystal, que kote mas pawani mas que wilu watch. Le takar, que pepa leha, que mushan, que mushan, que mushanik.
Que ve pareja, que mushan, que mushan, que mushani. Que ve pareja, que rapa, que rapa, que rapapi. Leta tsikin, que ve pareja, que rapa, que rapa, que rapapi.
Que pepa cachela, que shikan, que shikan, que shikanik. Leta imuz, que pepa cachela, que shikan, que shikan, que shikanik.
High School. She moved to Utah almost 2 years ago from New York. She has been dancing for a while, though she wouldn't call herself to be a pro dancer yet. She feels like she will be able to show her affection towards her culture with this dance. She will dance to a Bollywood song. The song is called Jugada X Kamiraya. The reason why she chose this song and the dance is because the complexity of the dance makes the song more beautiful. Now I want to invite Camila Diaz to come on the stage and do these songs. What a move, that was really impressive. So next person is Lindsay, and she's a UVU student here at, and she will sing Let It Go in 25 different languages.
Whoa.
So now I want to invite Lindsay Allen to come on the stage to sing this special song.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. Right on the soleil de ma pensée là pour toujours. Der Wind, der heute wieder Sturm ganz tief in mich hat und leid auf viel open best of Get on top of tonight and jet Då han i haj försörjer det som jet Det sa ingenting vad du än gör Aldrig förstått Här idag mamma no Sågat där min säng och jag Libre soy את המתווה.
I don't think I've never heard a song in 25 different languages before. That was amazing. Now I want to invite the African diaspora group from the Cultural Envoy Leadership Program to come on the stage and perform their very traditional dance.
Bonsoir, je suis Teja et je viens d'Haïti. Je viens pour partager un cerveau qui sortit d'Afrique. Pendant écouter, regarder, suivre vos bagages, ou même on peut frapper, on peut faire bruit qui n'est pas sauvé. Nous l'avons, je dis à bon esprit culturel. Good evening, my name is Teja Triple. I'm part of Cultural Envoy, ADI African Diaspora Section. We're going to share this with you today. That's from Africa. It's an Afrobeat. If you see anything you like, you can cheer, you can clap, help us get the energy going. So it's super upbeat. I'm grateful to be here with you. Thank you.
Catherine Stott Buxton was born and raised in Salt Lake County. After studying art at Brigham Young University and graduating with a BFA in 1993, she and her husband lived in the eastern United States for about 2 decades, where they raised 3 children while working as a studio artist and teaching both piano and art classes in their home. They now live in Provo, Utah, where she continues to enjoy expressing herself in the language of music and art. She is going to play Gilliwog Cakewalk by Claude Debussy. Now I want to invite Catherine Stott to come on the stage and perform this very good song.
ওই জহর টিচার শুরু করে না মিউজিক
Quiero despertar mirando las estrellas otra vez. Hoy van a brillar los cielos que me han visto padecer. Creo que soñar los besos que me has dado por amor pueden alcanzar para curar mi pobre corazón. Voy a quedarme solo, 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 solo y dejando que se pierda poco a poco en el olvido. Ay de mí, que esta maldita luna borre de mi pecho este dolor. Ay de mí, es la última noche que voy a sufrir por este amor.
That was a great performance. So Ganling Sang is usually from China. She will recite a poem named Youth Dream. Now I want to invite Ganling Sang to come on the stage and recite the poem. 大家晚上好，我叫张甘霖。今天呢，为大家带来一首朗诵，叫做《青春梦想》。这也是我们在中国的新年晚会上一起朗诵的一篇激励青年人一直努力不断前进的一首诗歌。Hello everyone, my name is Ganling Zhang. I come from China, and tonight I will recite the poem named Youth Dream. I will summarize the poem a little bit as talk about for youth, we need to keep working on something we enjoy it. Even though it's not easy, it's hard, we still have passion to work on what we enjoy. 青春梦想 Excuse me, I have the background music. Okay, I will start. 青春，梦想，暖风吹过的季节，天空清澈如洗，柳絮漫天飞舞，飘落在悄然萌动的大地。年轻的生命在土壤里蠕动，勃发的乐曲在心里流淌。年轻的我们拥有不变的誓言，年轻的我们将坚定的目光投向更远的地方。起跑线上，出发的那一刻起，注定我们要追着东升的朝阳，刚毅自信的脸庞在等待着胜利的曙光。紧握住那一滴汗水，任泪水在脸上流淌，只为掌声响起那一刻的到来。青春无悔，既然选择了蓝天，也就选择了飞翔。哪怕有一天会有一双滴血的翅膀，既然选择了拼搏，也就选择了风雨。哪怕会有荆棘丛生，
在未来的路上。岁月卷走了我年少的轻狂，有一份责任在肩上，怀揣着我的梦想，让青春的诗更华丽张扬。青春从我们选择了以后，便定格了人生的航向。青春从我们选择了以后，便注定了奋斗而无常。青春从我们选择了以后，便迎来了风雨兼程。青春从我们选择了以后，便变得绚丽而辉煌。看，跳动的火焰，正是青春怒放的光芒；听，欢悦的脚步，正是青春奔向未来的音响。热血在青春的躯体里不知疲倦，激情在青春的肢体上刚劲而轻盈。让我们高唱青春的赞歌，一路欢声，一路歌唱，追逐梦想，奔向远方。让我们高唱青春的赞歌，一路歌唱，一路欢声，追逐梦想，奔向远方。谢谢。
Ariana Gonzalez to come on the stage.
এরা সব মিউজিক উল্টাপাল্টা করে ফেলতেছে।
before I sing, I wanted to briefly explain why I chose singing to represent my Samoan culture. Growing up as a kid, singing and dancing was like embedded into us as kids. It's always been there. And through the Samoan culture, it's how I found my love for music. And so, the song I'm singing is Easy on Me by Adele. My goal is to sing it all in Samoan. I didn't reach that goal. So I'm hoping that through the song you'll be able to connect to my Samoan culture through the Samoan words as well as the English ones. I hope you don't hate it. Thank you.
So my name, to introduce myself real quick, my name is Kwamo Lifua. As you guys can see through my regalia, I'm half Polynesian and half Native American from the Apache tribe in White River, Arizona. I'll be dancing for you guys the hoop dance. This hoop dance was originally done with one hoop. And from what I was told, it was from the Taos Pueblo tribe in New Mexico. What I want to share with you guys, I need you guys to use your guys' imagination while I'm dancing. A story I love to share is about a young warrior going out of his way and learning bigger, better things, and seeing what you guys are going to use your imagination to see through these hoops. I want you guys to use your imagination to see things that you guys would see out in nature. And like if you're really hungry, you guys can see a donut. But yes, I'll be doing the hoop dance for you guys, and if you guys see anything you guys like, what makes me dance a little harder, or if I'm slacking off, you guys want me to dance harder, I want you guys to cheer me on. If you guys see something cool, I want you guys to cheer on. Can we get a little practice in? Woo! I know you guys can be louder than that. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
amazing. And that was also the last performance for today. So now I want to invite Dr. Saeed Sayal to come up on the stage to wrap up the program with his closing remarks.
So how you like this program? So thank you so much. Without your support, your attendance, it not be possible by me or anybody else. So it's for your support and help we can make it happen. Thank you so much. So we anticipated to close the program early, but because of all those things, we are a little bit late. But we have food outside in room number 206A and 206B together. We have to together have some food together. But before we go towards the food, can you please come over here in the stage, all of you? We want to take a group picture. It takes only like 2-3 minutes. Please help me out. Come over here and you can wrap up the program here. Thank you so much.